This is my broken Corvette. In the last video, I purchased this car for a steal of a price. And today we'll look at some of the hidden damage and hidden costs of this car. I was not looking to spend all this. After carefully putting the car onto the frame machine, it was time to disassemble and assess the damage. The first thing I noticed was the broken cables on the harness, and I'm not sure how that happened. And while I inspected the harness carefully, I got some help in lifting the car to remove the fender. But before going any further, I had to leave and go to class. And after that, I went all the way to the Chevy dealership to pick up some parts. And they were not cheap, but at least I got them. And when I got back to the car, I was met with some bad news. The entire wheelhouse panel was broken, and it was secured with some crazy type of glue. Guess I have to order more parts. Hi, yeah, I'm looking for some parts for a 2014 Corvette. Bro, they keep hanging up on me. What I really needed was both frame rails that go on the front. You can see exactly where they snapped off from the crash.
Now, one thing that makes a C7's frame different from like the predecessor, the C6, is that it's all made out of aluminum, and that has some advantages. It is much lighter. This car, I think, weighs all in all like less than 4,000 pounds with like a V8, you know, so pretty dang light car. But it also makes it, for people like me, harder to repair. Usually with a steel frame, you can bend out the impact with like a machine that we have at the shop. But with aluminum, when you bend it back to its original shape, it actually doesn't hold its original strength, which is why it's better to just replace the whole thing entirely. And Corvette actually designed some weak spots in the frame. In case of an accident, these welds will snap off how they did exactly in the car, how they were designed to. And it tries to basically break itself so it doesn't impact the person driving the car, which is a pretty smart design actually. But now that means I have to go in and repair it myself and remake the welds. Luckily, the Corvette repair manual actually has a guide on how to do this. This is a procedure that they have to do whenever they repair an impact on a car like this. Now, I actually didn't buy that manual, but I did see some diagrams online on how to do this, and being that I know how to weld, I'm confident that I can weld it back to how it was originally.
Some of you may remember this bike from the last videos. You can see it's all orange, not like the old gray used to be, and it's finished up, and I never made a video on it, which is kind of sad. But on this Corvette series, I'm definitely gonna try to finish it, the whole series, from now until I finish it completely. Here's the welding setup. I have a Everlast 210 EXT, which is a little small for what I'm gonna try to weld, but it can do aluminum, so that's really all I need it for. And I haven't used this setup actually in a while, so I hope it has gas still. And then I have the bigger torch right here that it came with, and I don't have actually any tungsten for aluminum. It's supposed to be like not great for aluminum, but that's all I have right now, so it'll have to do. Now, what's interesting is that the repair manual actually recommends using MIG, like a aluminum MIG welder, but I don't have that. I don't know anyone that has that, so I'm just gonna use my own setup, and I think it'll be just fine. Here's everything loaded up. Got the gas tank, barely fits in here. An extension cable in case I need it. Welder, rods, gloves, and some tripods for you guys to see. And when I got back to the shop, there was already some awesome progress being made. All the new parts were bolted together, and it was pretty much ready for me to just clean up and weld. And you can see this awesome wooden jig that was built to keep everything in place. This is the inside, and then obviously I have it on both sides. So here, have it grinded right here, and that side, and on the inside of this, to weld with that. Welding the insides was probably the most difficult part. There were so many little cables and stuff that was in the way, and I had to stand while stepping on the pedal, which made it extremely uncomfortable.
They didn't turn out too bad though. Then we all took a little break. Here are some of the final welds.
Took a little bit, but finally got it done. Now we're ready to start assembling.